in. I've got 2 up top. I find that it helps with mental sharpness. I think it's nice to throw one in before the pod.
I think anything where you get your, that makes you feel good, makes you feel good.
And it's like, it's not cancer causing. It's not tobacco. It's just pure nicotine. I don't think there's a downside to it. Is there a downside to Zins?
I mean, they're not Zins.
It's just like any stimulant, that's all.
Huh?
Any stimulant can cause problems like high blood pressure.
I need all the stimulation I can get.
I hear you, buddy.
I run on stimulation.
Yeah, I hear you.
I stopped and got beers too. That's why I'm a few minutes late.
It's okay.
I wanted a nice treat, and I pulled into.
You're allowed.
You
are allowed. I stopped at my my parents on the way and talked to and on the way out, my dad's like, "Yo, lay off of Orville until you know the facts about what happened."
Ooh.
My grandfather. I'm like, "Whoa!"
Thanks for listening, Mr. Barkley.
I'm like, I thought that's what happened. He's like, you got the story messed up. So until you get the story, we'll sit down and we'll talk about it one day.
He didn't give you the real story. He just left you hanging?
He did. Finally, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so what? He's like, from 1921, he got life with no parole. That was the one in Chester where he was the wheelman. Someone died.
Okay.
And all those guys got away, but they traced the car back to my grandfather. So he went away in 20.
There was probably like 4 cars on the road at that point.
Exactly. Probably.
It was the red one.
Yeah, probably he was the only guy who had a car. But so he goes in from like 21 and it was life without parole. So he was supposed to do life on that. And then he did like 13 years on that. So he got out in like 34 or whatever. And so he only ended up doing like 13, 14 years.
That's a hard time
for the bank robbery where someone died and it was pinned on him. He's out for about 15 years. My dad's born in 52. He does a solo robbery of a check cashing place in 52 after my dad's born and does 11 years for that. No one dies in that one. He just got arrested for that. So it's 2 different robberies.
Wow.
The first one that I talked about was when he was a young man. He was probably in his early 20s. And he was supposed to do life, only did about 11 to 15 years or something. Got out for a good 10, 15, has my dad, and immediately after having my dad, goes to stick up a check cashing place.
Baby needs shoes.
Gets caught. Baby needs new shoes. And does 11. Then the story that I told is correct from that point.
Whoa, was this like, did you guys, so like, was he around at like family parties growing up and stuff?
No, he was dead in 1966 or 67.
Oh.
Yeah.
You never knew him?
Never knew him. My dad, both my dad's parents were gone in the 60s.
I feel a strong kinship.
With my dad?
Yeah.
You guys were always tight. Yeah.
Orphans.
Orphan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but he was like the true definition of the word.
Wow. That's why he's so self-sufficient.
Yeah, yeah. But he was like, get the story straight. I was like, oh shit, I better get it right. I'm talking about his father.
We need to have Mr. Barkley on.
Yeah, we
and one of the descendants of the person that was killed in the robbery. We need to hash that out on mic.
Yeah, and apologize.
Yeah,
get our kin to apologize to their kin. And what if their kin's like super not receptive of it? Like they get.
I hope not. I mean, that's great listening.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. All right, I never knew the guy. He's a stranger to me.
23andMe went out of business, so we can't even do like DNA to find the.
Oh, there's no Ancestry or 23andMe anymore.
One of them went out of business.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
Great.
Oh, definitely. But it's so 23andMe and one of them went out of business, and then the other one bought the DNA results. So I don't know if that's scary.
You
or
are not the father.
I don't care. Like I did it. We talked about that before. I don't care that my DNA is out there. Like, what does that matter? Nobody's going to clone me.
Dude, I don't care about that stuff at all.
I don't care at all. Like, what are you going to do with my fucking genome? Nothing.
Like, even when it comes to information, like, take my credit card, dude. You can't get anything. I'd maxed it out already anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing you can get from it.
You can't bleed a stone, dude. Take all my info.
Here's my tinfoil hat, though. So now you've given your DNA information, right? What says any government, and I'm not talking about
the pin a crime on you.
Government.
Let's start talking about nation states.
Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what kind of scares
I don't.
Me
What are you saying?
They can pin a crime on you.
No, so all of a sudden there's some
things
DNA
are heading that way
that they don't understand. Like, oh, hey, we see this DNA. Oh, well, we're going to subpoena 23andMe, all their DNA receptors and everything. It's like, oh, well, there's Hefdog's DNA on this thing,
quote unquote.
Yeah, and they can also
that's what scares me.
They
about
can also
no
like
privacy.
interrogate or interview your next your kin. Like, and they didn't do anything.
So if they really want to lock me up, then they can fabricate my DNA and put it on something and frame me.
Again, that was my tinfoil hat for you. Yes, exactly.
It's going that way anyway, within a year or two.
But I mean, if they're going to go to that lengths, I almost respect their your stick-to-itiveness, and you lock me up.
If you're not on board with Dear Leader, they're going to just fabricate DNA, and we're all going to be locked up in camps.
We're going to be locked up. If they want you, they're going to get you anyway. So I'm not worried about you taking my information, dude. Plus, I move every 3 years anyway. No one knows where I'm at.
I mean,
nobody can pin me down,
dude. Being locked up would be
on the
pretty
run.
Sweet. No work,
dude.
To feed you.
Yeah,
I read a lot of books.
I remember when I was in George Hill.
I'd miss my family, but I'd have no stress.
No stress at all, dude. Everyone's happy, dude. Everybody's happy. There's no butt fucking going on. It's just a bunch of dudes chilling. I was nervous just because it wasn't normal to me, but the people there that it was normal to were having the best time. They were getting big. They were all like working out and laughing with their buddies. The breakfast was awful because the milk was real bad, and they gave you like cereal and a milk, and I couldn't eat it because the milk.
Probably powdered milk.
Yeah, it wasn't powder, but it was just real bad. It was like in a carton, and I just skipped breakfast altogether. And then I found stuff that I liked with the lunch and dinner. It wasn't that bad.
Huh. And you said you got a lot of reading done too.
I read a book, every 48 hours. I read a nice book, dude.
I do like a chapter like every few days. I can't even read daily.
Do you read a book or do you read online?
I mean, I read online all day long.
Yeah, right.
Fucking bullshitting around. But no, I've got a book.
That's good, yeah, because I feel like
that I keep in my bag.
I feel like we all read all day long on our phone, but the real reading, you like take the time and get a book and turn the pages like the old days.
Yeah. Like I started doing that over the summer. I went to Barnes and Noble, walked around. Bookstores are great.
Yeah.
And found a book and read it and liked it. And then I was like, I like this author. Let me stick with this author.
Oh, that's an adult move right there.
Yeah.
I had a job where I was working construction down at the Johnstown coming. No, that's a Bruce Springsteen lyric. But I was working with the steam fitters. This was years ago, and it was on University of Penn's campus. And they would send me to get coffee because that's all I knew how to do. So like an hour in, I'd go get coffee, but I would go down to the Penn bookstore and just get lost for an hour, and I would just read and all that, and then finally come back like an hour and a half later with like coffee and donuts. And they were like, "Where were you?" But they kind of didn't bust balls about it. They joked about it. So me, I took that as I can do this now. Like instead of thinking, I took that.
If there's no grave consequences, I take it as a green light to just keep doing that
it
until
and push it even further.
Yeah.
So I did that all the time, and I would just sit there on the second floor of the Penn bookstore. It was awesome, man. And then I'd come back and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was gone for an hour and a half." Just
here's the smart guy that can read. Teach us something, smart guy.
And that was pretty much my what I did at work. One time they told me, they're like, catch the bolt. And I was underneath like the pipe. They were trying to put it back on, and I was down under it. And I'm like, it's not falling. I'm trying, like, it didn't fall for me to catch it. They're like, that's not what catch the bolt means. It means put the bolt in and then put the nut on. I didn't know. And so they laughed. They're holding up like 100-pound thing. They're like, catch the bolt. I'm under it. I'm like, it didn't fall.
I'm so not handy. When you said bolt, I'm picturing a lightning bolt. I wasn't even thinking nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, what was it, like sparking?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Orville Barkley, I just had to get that straight.
Yeah, we have to get the story straight. We don't want you out there thinking the wrong things.
So, yeah, it was 2 robberies. The one was the big deal, and then the other one just, solid 11. Nobody died.
Although I do like talking about stuff without having my story straight, especially on this platform. Like just putting it out there for people. Yeah, like we know what we're talking about. We've been following that story of that singer David,
which is really getting crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the latest is that it's to catch you up to speed. In an impound lot, they found this dead body. Was it dismembered? It was dismembered, right? Let's go with that.
Let's go with it. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Totally dismembered.
Totally dismembered.
Totally decapitated. Everything.
Horrifically dismembered. And then like the guy had tour dates that he canceled the tour dates, and they identified the body, and I forget her name. Of course, why would I read up on this before spouting out shit? Online. But let's say her name is Sandy.
Celeste.
Sandy.
Celeste.
Celeste. Yes, he has a song called Celeste.
Yeah, and a tattoo of her name.
And they had the same tattoo because one of the first things they said was the body had the tattoo like SHH, like whisper. He has it on his finger, and then a picture like surfaced of him like holding the microphone and it says "shh" on it.
Yeah,
dude, she's like 14 or 15 years old. What is it with these R&B singers like R. Kelly fucking with these 14 and 15-year-old kids? A, and B, like
there she is right there on the screen. Yeah, she's a young girl, dude.
Oh, dude. Like,
I think it's because that they're at that age where they're like infatuated and they'll do whatever just to be near you. So they don't have to put in any work of getting them to like them.
I kind of, look, I do get that. But what I mean is people in his circle knew about her. Like that was like his girlfriend, and like nobody like called the cops for years. She was reported missing, and she was like, I don't know if she was held captive, but like she was like with him, living with him, like under the radar, and like people were like, yeah, that's his girlfriend, and like she's 15.
Well,
like,
she ran away from home. She ran away from home, and the cops did find her like a year after in Hollywood, and they brought her back home, and she ran away again and went back to him, and that's where they didn't see her again.
I blame the parents.
At that point, yeah, like, you know, after that, you lock the fucking door in the room.
Yeah. Like if that happens to my kid once, and she runs away and comes back,
it's not happening again.
It's not happening the second time.
Exactly.
And if like, she's gone for a half hour, we know where we're looking right away before he can even hide her.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I don't get it at all.
And you're calling me, and I'm checking Philly. You know,
Yeah.
So like, yeah, she's not getting far.
But how does this happen? The whole like even like the R. Kelly shit. All these young girls. He was very public that he was banging Aaliyah.
Yeah, that was. And did you ever see the one clip of him playing over in Africa, and he sings that song about who wants to come back with Rob to America? And the band is like complicit.
Did you get your shots?
Yes.
Did you get your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come with Rob to America?
And the band picks it up, America.
The band's following him because he's so improvisational that the band just follows him. Everything that comes out of his mouth is perfectly in key. He's a first take singer. He just improvs, and it's all fucking money.
Now he's
so talented.
He's making money now singing "Happy Birthday" to people from jail.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw clips of him in jail.
Everyone's got to make a buck.
Yeah, dude. And people are like gather around, like listen how good he sings. And it's unbelievable.
But with the Celeste thing, they're gonna so much hasn't come out yet. Like, cause like there's so much more to this story, and it's looking more and more like him. But there's cameras to the house, so they can tell like who came in, came out, if the murder happened inside, and he's been like totally forthcoming and cooperative.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's been multiple people that are assigned to that car, so it's not necessarily like there's him driving it. The cops found out that there's like 6 or 7 people that drive.
Like
that
it might
car.
be his management company or something like that.
Yeah, or like a brother or a cousin or something that's just a hanger-on that's a creep. You know, like Patrick Mahomes from the Chiefs has that brother who just constantly embarrasses him. Him. It's probably something like that. Like,
if I'm one of the 5 people on that car, though, I mean, everybody's got to be pointing fingers right away. Like, how is this not cut and dry?
Yeah.
How do you let somebody just bang a 15-year-old and like act like it's okay?
Yeah.
Wow, they really have something special.
So
Let's just stay out of it.
So you're hung up on this, like the actual fact that he was with the 15th, like the murder, or or the actual sexual assault. I mean, both are horrible, but like,
I mean, of course the murder is crazy, but like, how long was he dating a 15-year-old that was missing, and like people were just okay with it? Like, what did they say? Oh wow, you know what? On paper, it's not right, but they really have something special.
Yeah.
You know, their love is really special. Let me just stay out of it.
Hey, like that's what they did with Jerry Lee Lewis in the 50s, right? They let him do whatever.
Were a different time.
That can be summed up as like people were just allowed to do whatever they wanted back then. She's 14. All right, it's the 1950s. It's okay.
There's still politicians that are like arguing for that. Like the Arkansas guys are like, well, 14.
Yeah.
My grandmother was 14.
It's even more fucked up is he started dating her when she was 13.
I couldn't even. I mean, even now, like as a 43-year-old man, I look at a 21-year-old and they look like 16. Like, imagine when a 13-year-old, they're kids, man. Like,
that's so brutal, dude.
People are just. I think people are born the way they are. Like I don't think it's learned behavior. I think that they're like, if you're like that and you're attracted to that, like you were born that way. And I like, and like, obviously it's a crime and do not, engage on that. But like, you don't, I think you're born that way. And I think you're just fucked. You better just not do it, or you better fucking castrate yourself or choose a life of celibacy, because it's in you and there's no way to get it out.
That's insane. Of all the things to be born with.
Right.
I was reading something one time on Reddit, and it was like nurses of nursing homes, or like people in the medical profession that have had deathbed confessions from a dying patient. What's the craziest thing that they've said?
Right.
And one person's answer, and I think it was the highest voted answer, was like, on his deathbed, this one guy said, "I'm a pedophile." He goes, "I can't wait to die because my entire life I've wanted to get on kids and I haven't. And now that and finally I'm dying now, and I can say that I made it through my whole life without doing it, but it's been hard as shit."
Wow. Do you like, does that guy get respect in the end? Or
I respect him.
Yeah?
Yeah,
because he didn't act on something horrible.
Yeah.
And wow. Or do you ooh him to death, like, and let him die and be like, oh, he was no
Bedside.
ooh, you motherfucker, and then start hitting him.
Oh.
Yeah, like guys that like take out their anger, like
No.
I think
I'd give him the old stiff upper lip, the slow nod.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, wow, man.
Yeah, you had what you had inside and you didn't do something wrong.
Yeah.
Wow, I can respect that.
Yeah. I mean, that's fucking crazy. But like how? I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole. But I was gonna be like, why? How would you even approach a 13-year-old to pick her up?
I don't either.
You know, and like not get tackled right away by anyone around.
We would never understand it, and that goes back to my point. Like it's not in us, so it's not something we'll ever understand. We can't justify it. It's disgusting, but it's not even a conversation that we can, because like
we're not advocating for it. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
we're trying to understand.
We're trying to understand, but we never will. So it's almost like
there's some
I
things
think I have a good analogy right now.
Here
would
we
you
go.
guys chop your arm off right now?
For the right amount of money, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for the right amount of money, but would you?
I'd chop my arm off for $3 million.
Well, that's called personal injury attorneys. So you'll get 1.5 after that, after they settle everything.
I would chop my arm off for much less than that. I would say $600,000.
Dude, that don't go too far nowadays. $600,000 doesn't go too far. Like, you pay off some shit, you pay off a house and all that, and what do you really got? I think you need to have
my left arm.
Yeah, I know, but I think I need something to where after 20, 30 years, there's still something left.
A nubbin. Dude, Jim Abbott threw a no-hitter for the Yanks.
Yes, but he had his whole life to prepare for that. And,
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have enough time to get good at skills with a nub.
Yeah, you take 10 years right off the top. That's you getting used to it.
I wouldn't be able to gig anymore.
I know that there's certain things.
I'd have to pick up one-handed keyboard.
Exactly.
Or just be front man.
I know there's certain things like I
don't have the charisma for that.
I think of that in the shower sometimes when I try to like shampoo with my right hand. Like there's certain things that like I'm just used to doing when I moved to my new place and I started like my shampoo was in a different spot and I put them right. I couldn't apply it to my head the right way. It felt like I wasn't shampooing correctly. And I thought like, wow, what if I didn't have that hand?
I've read somewhere that like if you make a conscious effort to do some things left-handed, like brush your teeth, it's kind of a nice exercise for your brain and like
kind of like edging.
Yes,
kind of like edging.
Yes, exactly like edging. And I tried it recently, and like 10 seconds into it, I was like, this sucks. Yeah, and I just went right back to right hand.
Yeah, why be uncomfortable?
It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's my fucking motto in life. If there's anything that can make you comfortable, do it. Yeah. So HT told me earlier, if you're buying our sweatshirts online or any of our merchandise, the people at Shopify thought we were a food company because of our name, and they held it up thinking that they're waiting for the Pennsylvania food permit to see that we were.
No shit.
Yes.
I swear to God, I can't make this crap up,
you
man.
bought anything online, that is the slight hold up, and your merchandise is coming.
Yes, they're changing our category, but yeah, Hoagie Time was apparently we're a food service provider, and they wanted our licenses instead of just us being a podcast. So
that's pretty funny.
That's insane. That's so funny.
I was not ready for that today. Like when I got on support with them, and they're like, "We need your food license." I'm like, "We're a podcast." And again, I don't know who I was talking with because it could have been in a different country.
Definitely.
But yeah, finally, after about 10 minutes of them like, oh, okay. So now they're changing everything, and then we'll get stuff shipped.
And we want to
out,
give a shout out to our friend Kim that brought this to our attention. She
Yeah.
said, I love the show. I listened. She goes, I actually even bought a hoodie. Where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
And then
And-
that's so
Exactly.
shout out Kim. Thanks for listening.
In true
and all
Penwood,
the ladies out there.
in true Penwood fashion. Where the
Yes.
fuck is my merchandise?
She was Penwood, right?
That's what I said.
I know, but I'm just making sure, Mike.
Yeah, true Penwood fashion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We've gotten some nice messages this week, encouraging us and telling us how much people like the show. So thanks for listening, and keep the emails coming. And we're gonna have some guests on pretty soon too, like we keep saying. But
Yeah.
I've had some conversations this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
some nice. We're gonna have an urban point of view coming on.
Yeah.
One of our urban listeners. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Do we give them a chair or does it have to stand?
It's up to them. Whatever they
Okay.
want to do.
All right.
I'm fine.
I didn't
with
know how you wanted to play that. I know your history.
it. I'm fine with it. Did you enjoy the that Eagles game the other day?
Wow, man.
What an unbelievable! I even appreciated it. I was watching.
Yeah,
the game.
yeah. As like a non-football guy, dude, I was telling HT, 2 blocked field goals don't even happen to some teams in a season.
yeah.
And consecutive, same guy, then a run back. I was listening to it in my car because I was working, and I listened to the whole fourth
Nice.
quarter comeback, the whole thing. And we go up, and then they come down the field, and then Merle says, "Yep, they're in field goal range." I shut off the car, and then I go back out, and then I come back in, and then I see that it happened. Like we somehow won the game. So, and then I obviously I watched it on X, the replay. I'm like, holy shit, that's so cool.
I was laying on my couch. I wasn't in a great mood, and I was just laying there, and I was feeling down. And I was about to watch the Eagles lose, and I was just like, "This, here we go."
Let's dip into that. Like,
this fucking sucks. Here we go.
Let's dig into that.
They're gonna nail this field goal.
Yeah.
Game over. And it turned my day around. And I thought, you know what? There are some things that life can surprise you sometimes.
It is. It is like a lift. Like the whole
Like anything can happen.
The whole mood of a city and town can change, like on something like that. That's why sports and music are such fucking good therapy.
And also, I was treated to 2 unlikely wins. My son's baseball team won yesterday. They scored like 7. He's playing fall baseball, and they scored 7 runs in the bottom of the last inning.
Yeah.
And all the kids at the bottom of the order that never get hits and always strike out,
I love that.
They all got hits. And the kid that got the walk-off is this like little kid who like is not very gifted. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're little kids, so I'm not going to talk shit.
Right.
But he had the walk-off hit, and it was so fucking awesome.
All worth it, man. I
Shout
love
out
that
Caleb.
shit. Yeah. That is unbelievable, dude. When that happens. Now, how old is your Michael? 8?
He's going to be 10.
He's going to be 10. Now, is he at the age, happy birthday, young Michael. Is he at the age yet where, and I hear parents talk about this, is sports getting specialized yet where like his sport, like he's going to start playing that year round instead of playing like, how we did football, basketball, baseball. Is it specialized yet to where like baseball's your thing and now you're on traveling teams and like all these kind of club teams?
No, in general, all of his friends play like every sport. It just changes with the season. They're still young like that.
So,
he plays fall baseball, not because we're trying to like zero in and like make him a baseball player. He doesn't like football that much. And it's not me telling him not to like football.
Right.
He didn't really like it when he played a couple years ago. He likes baseball.
That's great.
And I don't steer him one way or the other. I really don't.
Do your thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like if he played football, fine. I'm there, whatever. I'm not steering him one way or the other, but he doesn't like football that much.
What if he was wearing a dress? Would you allow it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
As much as I love my my queer brothers and sisters, I would think I would be like, all right, come on now. Put on some trousers.
Yeah, I'd have to talk because he's too young.
Yeah.
He's too young.
Yeah.
If he's making a decision like that, then it's not natural. Like nothing's sexualized to him at this age. He's 9.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, like look,
unless you're a Timlin, you're sexualized. Super young.
Everything's super young.
BT was definitely sexualized at 9. There was things he saw that like. That
we got to get those.
The fucking mechanical was rolling in his head like, oh shit, at a very young age.
Just the genetics that are just so horny that there's nothing's wrong.
No.
There's no moral compass. It's all just.
It was a free for all. Yeah, his whole existence was a free for all.
Oh,
it was
man,
beautiful.
The stories that we could tell, but we won't.
Yeah, that's why our band had like that sexuality to it, because BT was like the driving force. Just the rhythm,
just brute sexuality.
yeah.
As it was referred to as.
So I got a funny thing. We got one of our shorts banned because apparently you have a food disorder. You have an eating disorder apparently.
Oh,
because
we all knew that.
This is the woke hive mind.
We all knew that,
right? But no, that's
hilarious. Woke as fuck. I'm not down with that.
I would figure like your pop being strict about the Brussels sprouts. No, it was you saying, "Hey, I had 4 bowls of cereal one night when I woke up."
Let me get into your head. Let me get into your head a little bit. Why would you think his pop being strict about Brussels sprouts would be it?
Because it's like that. Like
it's
you're
abusive.
forcing somebody to sit there.
Yeah,
and that would be banned.
It's psychological abuse,
and that would be.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like in my head, I'm like, you're forcing somebody to sit there and all day long.
Yeah,
to do something. I
don't think either are bannable, but I didn't
that's
see
what
that
I mean.
until now.
But I would have figured that one would have been the bannable thing. But
why was it banned? I mean,
because
I think people
you have a food disorder.
I think people with binge eating disorder, need a champion in the limelight, me, to normalize it. Hey, we weren't saying it's right or wrong, but we're human beings here. Right. If nothing else, there's a distinct human element to this show. Right. And people suffering through this disorder need somebody to, they need somebody
100%.
in the limelight that this
100%.
Absolutely. I agree.
That's fucked. I'm crying now.
I just thought it was funny. It's like we talk about so much random crazy shit, but no. You woke up and had 4 bowls of cereal. Blocked.
Who makes that call?
A computer, because I tried to appeal it and they wouldn't even let me type in any message. You hit appeal, 30 seconds later, no, you're done. And now I have no one to talk to about it. I have no one to email to say, hey, can we have a human actually look at what we're talking about
This
here?
situation's making me MAGA.
This
is turning me MAGA.
I have an
That's
appeal.
too woke.
I have an appeal coming up with the Pennsylvania Unemployment Department.
Do you really?
Dude, yeah.
Let's explore.
2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, 2 years ago, I got laid off from my job, and
They're lost.
They're lost. Thank you. And before I got my new job, which was like 2-3 months later, I was on unemployment for like a month and a half.
It's great.
And apparently, I accepted a week's pay of unemployment when the job started, but I hadn't gotten paid yet. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take unemployment up until I get a paycheck. But you're not allowed. So it's been like months now, but I keep getting these emails that I don't answer. So I think at some point, when I get my pay that week, it's just going to be minus the
man.
Because there was like
cry later, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about it. I'll figure out something. But I just know that like me not answering, not going to the hearings and shit like that is just going to like,
yeah.
I should have,
Then when you finally show up, it's how dare you disrespect this court. They take that pretty seriously.
Yeah.
If you're not showing up to your court.
Yeah.
Because to them, that's their whole world. And like, how dare you disrespect
your civic duty. Yeah. And
their robe and their chair.
Right. So I just kind of don't do it, and I'll find out the repercussions later. But I think tonight I'm good. So
I sympathize with that.
Cheers.
I don't open mail anymore. I don't open mail. Do you open mail?
Well, I move so often that like I don't even think they know how to find me. By the time like I get to where I'm at the next place, they already sent the mail that like I was running from.
I don't even open email. I've got like my email inbox is like 400,000.
Yeah, I go through it. Mine too, but I go through it and then I'll just kind of page through and see like the 40 that came, and if there's like one or two that I know, or I'll open them.
Such a child, dude. There's no way to get a hold of me except text me. If you call me, I'm not answering either.
Yeah, you're tough to get. Yeah,
you gotta text
on
me.
A call. Me too. I'm a text guy.
How many phone calls are you on a week?
Less than 5.
Less than 5.
And usually it's my mom.
Yeah.
Or dad. You know, I don't have conversations with people. Like I don't want to be caught in a conversation. Like, tell me exactly what you want. Or like and text me that way.
I might start that back.
That way I can
might
prepare.
Just call you just to say hey.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
all right,
can we just kind of like get to the point here? Because I want to be able to prepare for what I don't want to be caught off guard. Like you asking me something that I'd rather get the text and be like, all right, let me think about my answer.
We got to bring phone calls back just to check in.
Yeah, there was like a meme going around online of men calling their best friends to say goodnight to them. And it was fucking hilarious. These men they were like, what, dude? What? Like, and I just want to say goodnight or sleep tight, good night, and just have a good night's sleep, pal. And then are you okay? Like every single guy felt uncomfortable. It's so weird. It was great.
That is weird. Remember how long phone calls used to be? Like high school, you'd call a girl and just be on the phone with them for hours.
And you almost like put the stock in how good the relationship was with like, yeah, we talked for 3 hours last night, you know?
Yeah,
and that meant like,
you can measure it.
Yeah. And that meant like, oh man, this must be really something because we talked for 3 hours. And you remember when we were kids, we'd also like get our own number, and the number only rang to like the room.
No, that's fancy shit. I never had that.
Yeah, my sister had that. And that's basically so the kids can talk all night and stuff, and it's not ringing the house phone. But I remember my sister.
Did she have her own phone in her room?
Yeah, she had her own phone in her room and her own line. Yeah. And
wow.
We didn't have that. The boys didn't have that, but my sister did.
I want to go back to that. I want to simplify. If I didn't need my phone for my job, I don't want a phone anymore. I want to have a landline. I want to have a little cassette player, answer machine.
Yo, what's up? This is
what's going to be the background music though?
Victory.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
That's your. Is that your stage music too? Like if you're running out to an MMA.
Yep.
So that's yours. Yep. Mine is.
Yeah, that's my entrance music when I'm an MMA fighter, or if I were to be. That's my walkout music.
Yes.
It changes sometimes though.
Right.
Victory by Biggie, or it's actually a Puff Daddy song. Believe it or not. It's just featuring Biggie.
Yeah.
Another one is Gunsmoke by Tribal Seeds. Look that up.
Okay.
Sometimes I think that's my walk-up song.
Okay.
That depends on my mood.
Mine, I think it always goes back to Tomorrow Never Knows, the Beatles.
Dude.
Fucking hypnotizingly fucking aggressive in driving. And I just sprint full speed. It's not like a walk.
Yeah.
I sprint.
Yes,
I sprint full speed and I slide under, and I'm fucking erratic. Nobody can calm me down. The refs, my corner, like I'm just
So
ready
it's a pro wrestling type thing.
Yes, but it's not.
Mike, octagon, you can't slide under because it's a gate, and you have to go. You have to
Then I'm
stand
flipping
ringside
over. Then I'm
when
flipping
they
over.
when they check you to make sure you don't have any shit on
Yeah,
you.
I think I breezed past him. I just
I'm
flip
definitely
over.
sprinting in too, though.
Nobody can fuck with, like, even those guys are, whoa, he's still He's and then I attack my opponent. Everything just pops off right
Do you
away.
tap gloves?
No, because I'm too worked up.
You're too worked up.
Yeah, I'm not that calm in my ability to where, like, all right, we're gonna do this the professional way, because it's me. If I'm gonna win, I need to beat you mentally, and I need to scare you.
At that level, though, just being crazy, I don't think works.
It doesn't.
Your opponent is very skilled.
because he's also skilled. Yeah, you're both tough as shit.
I'm definitely sprinting to there, like,
Which is a jog for most people.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm definitely sprinting. When I get in there, am I going to tap gloves? I might, probably not.
Or like
But
this.
Oh yeah. I'll do the too smooth. I'll go for whoa, too smooth.
Like Fonzie.
But during the stare down, I'm gritting my teeth and my neck is all bulging and shit.
Just take extra Adderall that day. You'll be gritting your teeth. No.
I'm taking extra Adderall for the weight cut. Whoa! He dropped 40 pounds. He was only supposed to drop 10. Whoa!
How do you do this so easily? There was not rumors. It's actually came out as fact. Is that the 2008 Phillies World Series team? Half of the team, the starting 9 or starting 8 position players, were on Adderall. And then the next year, they realized that at that point back in 2008, anybody could get a script. So, like, everybody got a script from, like, some flake doctor. And then the next year, they made a law, like, no, like, the whole fucking Major League Baseball's on it. We got to make this tougher and get people off of it. Shane Victorino, Chooch, they were all. And if you think about it, it's a concentration drug. So it zeroed in their eye on the ball. So these people that didn't necessarily need it, I would argue Shane Victorino probably needed it with his fucking ADD. It probably just worked normal for him. But a guy like Chooch, like, you see that ball.
She's called a great game.
Yeah, and you see that ball out of the pitcher's hand from the mound on, and you can zero in on it on Adderall. So we owe our first World Series in, like, since 1980 to Adderall.
Doesn't cheapen it at all for me.
No, not at all.
Go Phils.
Because everyone else is on it. Yeah,
Dude, didn't
wasn't
we
just
have
our
a
team.
player that was who was our reliever that was he was out like all season? I think it was Adderall too.
That was it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
What's
was
his name?
Jose Alvarez.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he can't pitch in the playoffs, which is kind of sucks. You know how you asked me a couple months ago if, like, the losing our pitcher, if that was like a death sentence for us? Wheeler. I don't know if it is. Like I said, it was. And, like, they're playing super well, and they got so much pitching, like a dearth of it. They don't.
A dearth of it?
Yeah, they have like an excess of, like.
Is that a word?
Yeah, dearth.
Dearth?
Oh, yeah, dearth.
DERTH?
Yeah, dearth of
What's his
pitching.
country of origin?
Dutch.
Ooh, can you use it in a sentence?
With our dearth of pitching, it didn't hurt us that we lost Zach Wheeler for the season.
So does dearth mean abundance?
Abundance.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a word.
Yeah. Mrs. Ingblom. Shout out to Mrs. Ingblom, my
Shout out
favorite
Miss
teacher at Bonner.
Backwards, Betty?
She was my favorite. She understood me. She used to tell me that I reminded her of Holden Caulfield.
Catcher in the Rye, right?
Yeah. She said,
Is that a good thing or a bad
Yeah, I
thing?
don't know. I never read that
Because
book.
it's a good thing. It was a compliment to my mind, but it was also like somebody. She said that I was like a bit of a bullshitter, a brown noser, like somebody who could fucking, like, manipulate, like, something to their advantage.
Was that the pillow talk?
Yeah, and then we made love.
After you made love,
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
you remind me of Holden Caulfield.
Speaking of our Bonner teachers, just less than a year ago, I'm out to dinner in Westchester, and
You like dining? You like dining out?
Yeah, so we go out and sit at the table. Mr. Liga is at the bar inside,
Fast
right?
Eddie
So
Liga.
I'm talking to him at the bar. We're catching up, introducing him to who I was with and all that, and then we go and sit down and have.
Mr. Liga, this is Beyonce.
And then we sit down. All of a sudden, 10 minutes later, the waitress or waiter, I forget, comes over with a $50 gift card to the restaurant that we're eating at. It's from Mr. Liga. And he says, for you, enjoy your meal.
So classy.
So fucking classy. Dude, it made me look great. It was super impressive. Like, it was just like, wow, that was, like, it was just awesome.
I remember when
That's
he
the
first
connection
came
of
to
Bonner. Yeah, that's the connection of like a Bonner grad and Bonner and what it was when we were there. That those kind of relationships, 25 years later, someone does something like that for you.
That's so cool. When our first semester at Bonner was his first semester at Bonner, the fall of '94, and he was sleeping at the rectory. He didn't have a place. He got the job and didn't have. Pardon me.
Monastery.
The monastery. Yeah, didn't have an apartment.
No shit.
Yeah. So I don't know whose bed he slept in.
Probably Father Denny's.
Yeah. Let's just sleep head to toe, Eddie.
Or Father Devlin's. Definitely Father Devlin's. But yeah, it's a monastery in the Augustinian order. In the St. Joe's, like
Did you see Father Farrell's now the head of the Augustinian?
Yeah, he's been climbing the ranks for years now.
He like works at the Vatican.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really climbing the ranks. It wouldn't surprise. Well, now that we have an American Pope now, we won't have an American Pope again, like in his lifetime. But he is that material. They say he's just climbing up the ranks, like he's a super in-demand guy.
Fucking his way to the top.
Yeah, dude. And he's always been a nice guy. Like I remember when our band Thug Folk played up at Merrimack during the day. One of those days, I went and met up with Father Farrell. And we like had lunch and like we fucking hung out for like a good couple hours because I knew him through Bonner, Father Denny, and all that. It was like our first.
I remember
year.
that.
Yeah.
You peeled off from the crowd.
Yeah,
you peeled off from us a lot that weekend.
That weekend because I met that lady. Yeah,
you met the girl,
and I
then
had lunch with Father Farrell.
You were just the front man. You were like, my band is off doing some stuff. I got some. I have enough different itinerary. My band's off doing some stuff. I'm gonna. I
did. I different itinerary that
carve
weekend.
my own path.
It's crazy because he took the Pope's job. So when the Pope became the Pope, he's got the Pope's position. But now, Collingdale's own Father Kevin DiPrinzio, Bonner 1994.
I saw that.
Took Father Farrell's job now. He's the head of the order for the English-speaking Augustinians now.
I have so much respect for him because coming out of Collingdale and becoming a priest, I don't
even know the name.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know him through like our town, like with relatives like that we'd have like, but to come out of Collingdale and have to see and deal with all that bullshit along McDade Boulevard and then still come out so like wholesome.
So wait,
good for him.
So he has a high-ranking position at the Vatican and he's from Collingdale?
Correct.
Dude. Small world. Imagine being over in Italy and like visiting the Vatican and having some kind of Collingdale connection. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And Father Kevin is literally when you talk about nice people in the world, caring people, that's
he's
him
a
in
nice person.
He's
I always said about Collingdale growing up, like we have a super like an Irish like surname upbringing, like it's very Irish. Like when we grew up, but it's not that Irish. Like that we saw at Bonner when we finally got to Bonner and saw like that there was like a whole community in like Upper Darby where they shared song and stories and dance and culture. It
was super fake Irish until we saw what the real was.
Yeah, exactly. Like ours was like, desolation, like alcoholism, like kind of like debt, gambling, that kind of stuff. Like the real shitty shanty Irish, like that side of it. Until we got there and we saw like, wow, there's people like doing Irish dances.
There's people that are constructive about their heritage,
their culture, And I saw that I'm like, whoa, that's not what we had. We had the Irish last names, the O's in the mix and all that, and the Irish lineage, but we didn't have that like.
We just channeled it into just sad solo whiskey sessions.
Yeah, our
fighting.
Our ancestors didn't pass down like the best of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
like but. Once we got to Bonner and saw like some of the communities and stuff, there really is a culture that's really cool, like that people shared of that. It made me feel like, wow, like we never celebrated that, but we came from it, but it wasn't to be celebrated.
It was almost threw down on St. Patrick's Day, but have none of like the culture or the song or the story, none of it.
Well, I took me to high school until I knew any of the Irish songs, and I was real like my mother's side is like. Fucking a couple generations off the boat and celebrated it and stuff, but we didn't share like the
until you started going back and forth all the time.
Now I go back and forth every 6 months,
all the time, and you're in constant contact. And you've written some original Irish music and story.
Yeah,
the signature stuff. It was just Irish Weekend. Speaking of which, down the shore. Were you there,
dude? Let me tell you about my Saturday. It was I did a triple.
No way, dude.
Dude,
Mike, you are the hardest working man.
Not only did I do a triple, I went to work that day. I worked from 5:45 a.m. till 10 a.m.
Jesus Christ,
in Pennsauken. I work like
you're crossing bridges.
Yeah. So I was going to take it. And then I was like, why don't I just go to work, not use the whole day? Because I'm down to hours now of PTO, not days. So like I have to be smart about it. I'm like, why don't I get a head start? I got to go to Wildwood anyway. So I go to work till 10 a.m., do some fixing. Then I go.
Man work.
Then I leave at 10, stop at the Guitar Center in Cherry Hill, grab some strings, head to Wildwood.
Were they flipping out when you came through the door?
Hey, what's up, man? What do you play? Like,
Hey, man, what are we stringing up today?
This guy was cool. He just let me kind of go. And so I get there at about 10 of 12 to the Ship and Shore in Wildwood, play a gig.
For Irish Weekend?
Yeah, well, it was more for a 70th birthday party, but all the Irish Weekend people were spilling in.
Okay.
So it was green, sea of green all over. Play till 2, get done at 2. Then I shoot to a wedding in Reading, PA. Dude,
This guy's in demand.
I thought, like, when I looked it up that it was Westchester, PA. I was like, that's far, but it's like doable once I get over the bridge. Reading's another fucking trip.
Yeah.
So I end up,
It's an hour from here.
Yes.
It's an hour 15 from here, dude.
So I leave at 2. I get to my wedding at 4:45, and I play till about 6:30 in Reading. Then I shoot from Reading to Springfield, PA, to play from 7:30 to 10:30 at Jesse Curran's 40th birthday party.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Jesse, who is a friend of Jamie Curran's, a friend of the show, friend of ours. And then I went home at like 11, and then I went back to work the next day at 5:45. Dude,
Man.
I fucking that 30 or 36 hours was tough. But yes, I was at Irish Weekend for 2
dude.
hours, and I get an email, or I got a text from my dad later that night. I told him where I played in Wildwood, and he showed me a news clipping of a huge fight that happened at that bar that I played at later in the day, where arrests happened and everything. And a bouncer at the bar was hospitalized.
Jesus Christ.
And people were just writing on the wall, like, we can't let that trash in for Irish Weekend. So it's become like this fucking like mess. That isn't an example of like, they start out with the right intentions of like sharing the culture and the charm and the music and all that, and like the shops of the Irish culture, and then it ends in like the worst of it.
Yeah. The best of the, like, I realized that this past year, it's been 10 years since I've last been down Irish Weekend. The last one I did was right before Michael was born.
Was Michael born there?
No, he wasn't born
conceived there.
No, he was not conceived there or born there. Dude, the best Irish Weekend people are the people that don't even drink. They just go for the crafts. Like they leave their quiet house in Anglesey.
Yeah.
They just go, they just walk the strip a little bit. They might buy a Jeff cap. They might buy some nice home furnishings with Celtic sayings on it, and then they just dip back for a nice quiet dinner, and then in bed at like 7:30.
Yeah,
and then you get the people coming
that
from
go to
Delco.
mass, and then the people that go to mass down there. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, like I never understood. I'm like, really? You're going to mass on Irish Weekend? Like you can take the weekend off. You don't have to prove how fucking Irish Catholic you are.
I did mass in Irish Weekend before.
Did you?
Once, just to say I did it.
Yeah.
And it was at Keenan's, and they were serving beers during mass. I just wanted
I'd go to that.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to say I did it. Like
I'd go
I was
to
drinking during mass.
Yeah, I'd go to that totally. Like, but like a church off the thing to just say hello to like, I don't know, wasn't raised in that kind of thing where that was a part
It's
of
too
like the
much.
weekend. Yeah, especially if you're just getting loaded the whole rest of the day and all that. It's like, you know, what are you trying to prove? There's just get loaded all
You're
day.
trying to prove a lot.
You're trying to prove that, like, yeah, I'm still like I'm
better than
wholesome.
you.
Yeah, I have this this core center of goodness that I still get this in, and this is and that's what I'm all about. It's like, all right, well, maybe I'm fucking doing drugs when you're there. So what are you better than me?
Yeah. It's an awful lot. So packed.
Yeah.
So
Bunch of red-faced, fat Irish, like Jeff Cap people, like,
Just pissing themselves.
yeah, dude, ugly guys. That's a big thing with ugly guys.
Yeah.
Is the fact that we could grow beards. When that phase came in about 20 years ago, that the beards were popular with men, dude. Like fat Irish guys are like, yes, we finally have
Here
a
we
look.
go.
So they grow it, and then sorry, HT. But they grew the beard and they have the Jeff Cap, and it's something to hide their fucking ugly red face when they get drunk.
Just shots of Jameson.
Yeah, you wouldn't think I was Irish, but the way I'm
People
shitting on
that people that have never been there.
Yeah.
Just talking about
or like people with last names like fucking like Klein or like, you know, like Bader or something. Like, dude, you're not Irish. Or if you are, like your mother is, like, come on.
I can't imagine all the Jason Kelsey jerseys, and that was the green that people wore, the Kelly green Jason Kelsey jerseys, and that's their Irish getup.
Yeah, sloppy Irish girls.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fair.
Fair
Just fair and
Danes.
pale.
Yeah, fair Danes.
As pale as the day is long, freckles,
Oh,
just whitewashed skin.
yeah, jeans that like try to prop up their butt, but it's, you can tell it's just falling. You could just tell it's falling right
just
out.
Just a blinking shamrock with a Bud Light logo on it, and just beads. And
No one wants to see. I've gotten tricked by that a couple times. Like one of those, like going home with a girl and seeing like a butt that looks good in pants, and then you're like, like these jeans must have been $190.
Yeah,
because they're propping up like the fat part of it, and then when it comes down, it just falls. It's like, oh Jesus, this looked a lot better a half hour ago.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I went to Irish weekend, I always drove home like down like $600. My phone's broken.
Yeah,
and it takes me like 4 days to recover from all the drinking. Like every time I went down, I was like, "Fuck, I should never do this again."
Didn't we go down like when we were young in the band and we took mushrooms? Remember
was
Thug
that
Folk?
yeah,
Thug Folk
was
had
that
a
Irish
gig,
weekend?
and we went Irish weekend, and we got a band house.
Yeah,
at that Terranoni house that we used to get all the on 26th in New York,
Yep.
25th in New York, or 22nd in New York. We got it, and it was just us, and we had mushrooms. So we took mushrooms after our gig that night.
our manager Frenchie had the chocolate mushrooms.
Yeah, and we just kind of sat, and we were up all night, and then my girlfriend at the time was coming down to go to the beach the next day at like 7, 8 a.m., and we're still like fucking hard tripping.
We got our own house so we could be together.
Yeah, so we can
It was
watch.
very, very band.
It was good band experience.
bonding.
But when she got there, like I remember, like I was outside, like Pat was outside playing guitar at like 5, 6 in the morning. I'm like, Pat, you got to get inside. You got to get inside right now. The cops are going to come. We're like barely 21. And finally, he's just laughing at me because I'm freaking out. And then I was so like nervous and skitched out by the time my girlfriend came. She got into like the bedroom, and I just kind of spilled my guts to her. I'm like, we took mushrooms last night. I'm like, we took it, because she's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Like I was bug-eyed, and she could tell.
Remember we hallucinated the same hallucination?
Yeah, the Frenchie was melting into the couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was one of those old style couches that had an obnoxious pattern on it of like leaves and jungle or whatever, and it looked like it encapsulated him. We looked at each other and we're like, did you see that? We're like, yes.
Yeah.
Me and you, we had the same hallucination at the same time.
He like melded into it and came back out of it. I was like, holy shit. And he just looked at us like he was like normal, like he just smoked a cigarette. Like this shit didn't even faze him.
Didn't even faze him. And then I remember another time that night, I was just standing there and I forgot I was standing and my legs just gave out.
Yeah, I remember, and you like flew across the room. We were like, "What the fuck did you just do?"
My legs just gave out. I just forgot I was standing there for some reason.
That was we were way young. That was Irish weekend, but I think I only went down one. I haven't been down in about 10, 15 years too.
Yeah,
and I don't miss it. Like I don't think like, oh, I'm going.
If it's your thing, awesome.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends that are all into the Irish culture, and they play Irish music, and that's like their big weekend. So.
Speaking of which, of course, I'm on my way down there, and I need a high E string for my guitar. So I text Michael Boyce from Blackthorn, and I'm like, "Yo, you're not in Wildwood right now, and have a high E string. I'm in desperate need." This is before I stopped and got it at the store and took care of my own problem. He got back to me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm in Wildwood." He's like, "Come by, I got you." But at that point, I was good. So that's why I didn't text back, Mike. But he hooked me up, and then a year ago, I needed strings in Wildwood, and Ray Coleman hooked me up.
He's great.
Yeah, our two Irish lads. So I owe you both. I
remember Thug Folk played Irish weekend, and people were like, "Why aren't you playing Irish music?" And I remember your line on the microphone, or me or you.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mike Barkley, Mike McGuire, John Gallagher, Pat Smith, Brian Timlin. Everything we play is Irish. Then we went into like fucking Green Day or something. Fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Hoagie time. Latest season and you'll be doing just fine. Hoagie time. A virtual show